Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week number 7 of the NCP Nimbus. The Detroit Steelings are taking on the undefeated Zombie Captain and the Worcester Tornadus. If you guys are excited, feel free to show some love on that like button. And of course, if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more so you don't miss out. You guys can check out our last week's battle. Click and tap somewhere around my face for that. And of course, we're going to go full screen really quickly for some merch. Pick up a pillow, pick up a hoodie. You know, you guys want to support the team while the season is. We are over the halfway point. We are in the final. We're in the back 6 now. We're hopefully going to win out and place ourselves in a good spot for playoffs. So definitely pick up some, if we make playoffs, be some cool playoff merch. But all that being said, thank you guys so much for your support during this run. It has been a fantastic time. And like I said, we are going up against an undefeated team right here. Zombie Captain has an incredible team. They are currently 6-0, and we're hopefully going to just put a little scratch on that record here. But we definitely have our work cut out for us. You guys are going to see some text up here and floating on screen somewhere in post-production where you guys can skip right on ahead of the battle if that's what you guys are interested in. But yeah, that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we are going to go on ahead and start breaking down the teams. You guys are going to start to see the teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has a team that consists of Corviknights, Rotom Wash, Mamoswine, Whimsicott, Drapion, Female Indeedee, Swirlix, Chandelure, Gigalith, and Thwackey. Some things to note about his team are Mamoswine is monstrous. He's got 2 rockers in the form of Mamoswine and Gigalith, a T-Spiker and grounded poison type user in the form of Drapion, a Sticky Web abuser in the form of Swirlix, 3 defoggers in the form of Corviknight, Rotom Wash, and Whimsicott, and an aromatherapy user in the form of Indeedee. That being said, he's got a really strong team, and we're going to do our best to kind of get that taken care of. We don't have much in the means of Mamoswine. Our defensive Pokemon, if we switch into an ice type move, we don't switch into a ground type move. It's such a huge, it really is just like, frankly, a huge threat. So we're going to kind of do our best right here. The first Pokemon we are bringing on the team, if I don't have an answer for a physical threat, the first thing that comes to my mind is, well, then let's just make it so it doesn't hit us as hard. That being said, we're bringing Sub-Zero, the Alolan Ninetales. He is rocking the Light Clay with the Snow Warning ability. Aurora Veil, Blizzard, Moonblast, and Nasty Plot. 244 EVs in HP, 4 EVs in defense, 108 EVs in special attack, 4 EVs in special defense, and 148 EVs in speed with a timid nature. With this spread, 148 EVs in speed and a timid nature gives us 162 in speed, which allows us to outpace Pokemon base 95 and below. So we outpace everything that is not named Whimsicott. 9 out of 10 Pokemon we outspeed, barring Choice Scarfers. We can set up a Veil with our Light Clay that does extend it to 7 turns as opposed to the 5. We can set up the Hail. We can drop some huge Blizzards and Moonblasts. And the combination of our Dual Stab really rips his team apart, especially if we can get a Nasty Plot off. The 244 EVs in HP gives us the most overall bulk bang for our buck, while keeping an odd number of HP, so we can come in on rocks an extra amount of time, set up a last turn minute Veil if we need to. 108 EVs in special attack gives us the most damage output, and then the 4 in a defense and special defense are just so our EVs don't go unwasted. Nothing too crazy here. We are here to set the Hail. We are here to set the Veil. We are here to potentially break if we can kind of wear some things down and take a hit or two. Because if it switches into Blizzard, it doesn't switch into Moonblast on his team. The next Pokemon on the team we are bringing is Bouquet the Roserade. She is rocking the Yachi Berry with the Technician ability this week. I'm actually a really big fan of this set, and I'm hoping it does some work. Yachi Berry with the Technician ability. We are rocking Magical Leaf, Sludge Bomb, Leech Seed, and Shadow Ball. 140 EVs in defense, 140 EVs in special attack, 228 EVs in speed with a timid nature. CBAD, what are you doing? You know it gets Giga Drain. Magical Leaf? Really? So it came to my attention that I don't switch into Mamoswine well. I don't switch into Mamoswine, and I don't really deal with it too well. If he's gonna bring a Mamoswine set, I'm gonna put my money on Scarf, then Life Orb, then Band, then Assault Vest. Those are like my rankings in order. Speaking of which, I feel like the 6 he would bring are Corviknight, Rotom Wash, Mamoswine, Whimsicott, Chandelure, and Drapion. So that being said, we outspeed everything naturally with the Alolan Ninetales except for that Whimsicott. We still need a way to hit the Mamoswine. And with Thick Fat, it makes it so Blizzard isn't doing as much damage. And so moves that are super effective in nature, like Fighting, Steel, Grass, Water, those are the ways to deal with it. And Giga Drain had a chance to do a lot of damage to Mamoswine. However, it was a roll from max special attack Roserade. And I was like, I don't want to run like Leaf Storm and miss. I don't want to run Giga Drain and use our Yachi Bear and we don't knock it out. you know, how can I best deal with this threat? You know, and Power Herb Solar Beam wasn't an option as much as I wanted it to, or Sunny Day Solar Beam wasn't an option if I wanted it to, because that would counteract our hail. I really wanted a way to kind of deal with that. So the Technician, I was looking for a base 60 or below grass type move that would get boosted by Technician, and that happened to be Magical Leaf. Magical Leaf gets boosted by Technician, which the Pokemon's moves of 60 power or less have 1.5 times power. So it is technically a 90 base power grass type move that has 100% accuracy, which is wonderful because it also does it always OHKOs Mamoswine, which is great, an offensive Mamoswine. The Sludge Bomb is there. Sludge Bomb hits things like the Whimsicott. Sludge Bomb hits things like Swirlix. Sludge Bomb hits things like Thwacky. Magical Leaf hits a lot else on his team, and then Shadow Ball is there for Chandelure. Leech Seed is really nice because it does give us a little bit of recovery that we're missing with Giga Drain, and even if we wanted to run Synthesis, that is hindered by our own hail. So to get the most recovery out of that, our last move was Leech Seed. I'm really excited for this. The 140 EVs. So let me break down that set a little bit more. The 228 EVs in speed with the timid nature allow us to outpace base 86 and below. So Rotom Wash, we outpace Mamoswine, we outpace Indeedee, we outpace Chandelure, we outpace things like Thwacky. Max speed Drapion does outspeed us. We outspeed Corviknight as well, although we don't deal with it well, unfortunately. But it's a Corviknight. What can we do to it? Unless it was Sunny Day Weather Ball, but I digress. That is where the speed is. 140 EVs in defense allow us to take a Scarf, Earthquake after Rocks from full, live OHKO with Magical Leaf. If he's Scarf, the Yachi Berry will allow us to live the Icicle Crash. So then we're debating on if he connects and a 30% flinch chance. If he is locked into Scarf Earthquake, it does a lot of damage, but 140 EVs in defense allow us to live, again, after Rocks from full. And then we can turn around and OHKO with Magical Leaf, which frees up the rest of the team because Mamoswine's just a gigantic problem. And then 140 EVs and special attack just helps us out, puts a little bit more offensive pressure on the rest of his team. The next Pokemon on the team we are bringing, if we're bringing Hail, we need something to abuse it, quite frankly. So we are bringing Blueberry the Beartic. She is rocking her Life Orb with the Slush Rush ability, Liquidation, Icicle Crash, Swords Dance, and Super Power. 20 EVs in HP. 252 EVs in attack, 236 EVs in speed with a Jolly Nature. With this spread, 236 EVs in speed, Jolly Nature, we are outpacing Scarf base 80s under Hail. So we are outpacing Scarf Mamoswine in Hail. We are outpacing Scarf Chandelure in Hail. Scarf Thwacky in Hail. I don't know. It's really weird. And we are outpacing the entirety of the team outside of there. It hits like a monster. Swords Dance allows us to just break through the team. Liquidation and Superpower hitting the Corviknight for super effective damage. Superpower hitting Rotom Wash for neutral damage. Liquidation and Superpower hitting the Mamoswine super effectively. Icicle Crash hitting Whimsicott super effectively. Icicle Crash hitting Drapion, Indeedee, Swirlix. Liquidation hitting Chandelure. Liquidation and Superpower both hitting Gigalith. And then Icicle Crash for the Thwacky. Nothing really too much to say about this one. Once we get the Hail up, we hopefully take a hit through Veil, go for a Swords Dance, and then just click as many buttons as we can until our timer runs out. The next Pokemon on the team we are bringing is going to be CBAD Bless the Jirachi. They are rocking the Shukaberry with the Serene Grace ability, Stealth Rock, Wish, Iron Head, and U-Turn. We have 252 EVs in HP, 156 EVs in Special Defense, 100 EVs in Speed with a Jolly Nature. 100 EVs in Speed allows us to outpace base 80s and below. So again, Mamoswine, Chandelure, things along that nature. And unfortunately, Rotom is going to be a little bit faster, but our 252 EVs in HP and the 156 in defense allow us to take those special hits just a little bit better, as well as like from Pokemon like Whimsicott and Pokemon like the Indeedee. Chandelure is going to hurt us, unfortunately, with Dual Stab, but that is hearsay at this point. Stealth Rocks are really nice. They hurt a lot of things on his team, and they do super effective damage against Mamoswine. Against Pokemon like Chandelure as well. Being able to provide some residual chip is always nice because he doesn't have any spinners. So if we get rocks up in the face of his, and he manages to get webs up, he has to defog if he wants those rocks away. Just get rid of those webs. So it's a win-win in that book. Wish is really nice. We can pass that back to Roserade if it gets worn down. We can pass that back to Ninetales. We can pass that to Beartic. We can pass that to the next two Pokemon on the team. Always really nice. Ironhead with Serene Grace. Nothing really else to say about that. And then U-Turn for Pivot Momentum is always nice in case we do catch my opponent on a switch. The Shukaberry helps us take super effective ground type moves. So an Earthquake from either the Gigalith or from the Mamoswine, we will be able to take that if it is a Scarf Mamoswine and turn around and do some nice damage with Iron Head in return. Or if it is just a bulkier Mamoswine and we miss the roll on an Iron Head or need to connect twice, we can take the Life or we can take the Earthquake the next turn through our Shukaberry. The next Pokemon on the team helps out quite a lot from both the physically defensive and the specially defensive side. We're bringing Alexandria the Scrafty. She has the Assault Vest with the Intimidate ability, Knockoff, Drain Punch, Fire Punch, and Super Fang. We have 252 EVs in HP, 148 EVs in defense, 108 EVs in special defense with an impish nature. This is a really, really awesome set because we are, after an Intimidate, we are 3-hit KO'd by Banded Mamoswine. We are 3-hit KO'd by after an Intimidate. Drain Punch does super effective damage for that. We are 2-hit KO'd by Max Special Attack Whimsicott Moonblast. So after rocks, we can switch. If we come in on rocks and Whimsicott comes in, it hits a Moonblast off. Provided it's not Life Orb, Pixie Plate, Specs, what have you, we live that hit and can turn around and hit it with a Fire Punch for some super effective damage. That is how that spread works out. So it does help out with Pokemon like Rotom. This thing hard walls Chandelure. That is not Will-O-Wisp Chandelure. And does some good damage against Pokemon like Thwackey as well. Knockoff is really nice for removing items. Drain Punch is really good for the recovery against Pokemon like Mamoswine. Does neutral damage to Indeedee. It does super effective damage against the Gigalith. Fire Punch is really nice for Corviknight because if we can knock it off and force it to go for a Roost, Fire Punch will hit it for super effective damage before Roost. Drain Punch will hit it for super effective damage after Roost, and we are slower than it, so we can take advantage of that speed a little bit. Super Fang helps us wear down bulkier Pokemon like Corviknights, like Gigalith, like Drapion that don't normally get. Corviknight, of course, getting reliable recovery, but Pokemon like Rotom, Pokemon like Gigalith, that Drapion that don't normally get built-in recovery, Super Fang will be able to help us wear those down for a little bit for some of our other Pokemon in the back. And then or in the front, really, we're 5 out of 6 buttons deep at this point. The last Pokemon we are bringing on the team is Kevin, the Rotom fan. He's your biggest fan, as he is mine. He is rocking the heavy duty boots with the Levitate ability, Volt Switch, Air Slash, Defog, and Will-O-Wisp. 252 EVs in special attack, 4 in special defense, 252 in speed with a timid nature. With this, we are speed tying the Rotom Wash and outpacing the Mamoswine. We are, in case it is a locked in Mamoswine, and we can take advantage of that if it's locked into a ground type move. Of course, if it is locked into an ice type move, we don't really want to deal with that. But if it's banded, of course, we can we can switch ourselves into that. The only ground immunity he has on the team is Mamoswine, so being able to Volt Switch around is really nice. Air Slash is really nice for Pokemon like Whimsicott as well, and Thwackey, just being able to spam dual stab is really nice. Heavy duty boots prevent us from taking rocks damage, and then Defog is there to remove any rocks for both of our ice type Pokemon. Will-O-Wisp helps out with physical threats like Mamoswine, like Drapion, like Corviknight, being able to get residual chip damage on that. Gigalith as well. Really, really nicely being able to burn those. So that is going to be the team. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section. And all that being said, we're going to hop right on into the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with week 7 of the NCP Nimbus. The Detroit Steelwings are taking on my man Zombie Captain and the Worcester Tornadus. You guys want to go check out his channel, feel free to. Link is in the description so you guys can go show some love. My man is 6-0 right now. It's crazy. I'm super nervous. I got the merch. I got the G Fuel. We're ready. If you guys missed the team build, you guys see the 6 I'm bringing down below. You guys see the 6 that I think he's bringing down there. Let me get my notepad so I can keep track of stats during the match right here. Boom. Press A at the starting signal. We are getting our game faces on. Let's see what he is bringing. Let's see what he's bringing. Okay, no Whimsicott. That is good. Indeedee, very bad. Not really, really bad, but I was warned by my front office that it could mess us up. So Corviknight, Rotom Wash, Chandelure, Mamoswine, no Whimsicott, but instead we see Indeedee and no Drapion, and instead we see Gigalith. So he might be bringing his own sand to kind of help out against our hail, if that's what he anticipated us to bring. Let's change up the layout here. Boop. And then no Drapion, but instead Gigalith. So that does prevent his own priority from taking place if it's Psychic Surge. But we'll see exactly how he wants to deal with that. I am going to lead off here with... what is my best bet here? I'm going to lead off with Sub-Zero, the Alolan Ninetales. I'm going to lead off with Sub-Zero. That is going to be the game plan there. That is going to be the game plan. Let's write down as much as we know about the team ahead of time. Rotom is going to have Levitate. And actually everything else can have a lot of abilities. All I know is that Rotom has Levitate. So we're going to see what he's got going on. We do have 2 defensive berries on our team to help out with Mamoswine. The lack of Whimsicott is really interesting. So we'll see. Actually leads off with Chandelure. So definitely could be a Scarf Chandelure to counteract my lead of Scarfalola Ninetales. Or not Scarfalola Ninetales, just Alola Ninetales in general. We do have the Scrafty in the back to take this on pretty nicely, in my opinion. So that is what I'm going to do. I would anticipate that type of lead. I'm going to go hard out into my Scrafty here. And I'm going to take a look and see. Chandelure could also have Infiltrator, which is something to keep in mind. It goes through our screens. So if it is Scarf with Infiltrator, that does... I'm not going to say hinders our plans, but we need to be a little bit more careful about it. That is all. Without the Whimsicott around, I actually have to hit less Icicle crashes with Beartic, which is always really nice. So let's go out into our AV Scrafty here and see what he wants to go for. We'll see my Intimidate here. I could just go for Shadow Ball, could go for a Fire Blast. Goes for Flamethrower. Okay. Oh my, and the burn? Well, that's really unfortunate that we're going to get burnt turn 1. That is like, that's probably not Specs. That's just a really high roll from a Scarf, probably. Wow, I'm really upset. I'm going to click knockoff. That's so frustrating that turn 1 we get burned. Okay. Okay. Goes out into Griffins, which is the Corviknight. We'll be able to remove we'll probably be able to remove some form of a Leftovers. Leftovers, there it is. I'm so mad that he got the burn turn 1. I mean, like, it is what it is, I suppose, but I'm just going to Super Fang to keep this thing as low as humanly possible. That is so upsetting. Okay. That's Pokemon, though. That's Pokemon. What are you going to do? Live and learn. Let's play around it. Let's put it on hard mode here. With our Scrafty as low as it is, he actually withdraws. Okay. And he goes out into Dryce, which is the Rotom Wash. So being able to Super Fang this thing will be some really good damage. And I miss. Okay. So we get a 10% burn. And then we miss a 10% move. Okay. We do see that my opponent has a defensive Rotom, though, with Leftovers. So that is good to know. That is good to know. I am just going to... I'm just going to knock off here. Wow, I'm really in the back right now. This is hard mode. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll play around. We'll play around. I think that's probably Scarf Chandelure with Infiltrator. If he just got the highest humanly roll possible. Volt Switch is going to be some chip damage. If he anticipates like another Super Fang, Corviknight's the safest play. Chandelure's the riskiest play if he's just trying to take advantage, but I don't see why he'd go Chandelure. So I'll just knock off. Goes back out into Griffins, which is the Corviknight here. And we're just going to get a little bit more chip damage off on this thing. Oh, we got the burn crit. Look at that. Look at that. I really... Like, we can keep around... Take Hail and Burn now. Great. Congratulations, Scrafty. You're doing really good right now. Carrying the team on your back. Let's go into... Rotom's a decent play. Let's just go Rotom. Wow. Okay. Let's play on hard mode, then. Let's play on hard mode. We're here to play ball. We're going to play ball. Let's go into Rotom on, like, the Brave Bird or something like that. There's the Brave Bird right there. We do threaten him with the Volt Switch, obviously. We resist the Brave Bird. Rotom doesn't have that. Corviknight has that. And the Hail stops perfectly. So I am just going to toss off a Will-O-Wisp here. I don't think it'd stay in. Rotom Wash is a neutral play. Indeed, he's a neutral play. Chandelure is an incredibly offensive play. Goes out into Bloodline. which is the Gigalith. Okay, so we are going to be able to burn this thing, which will be nice. Sets up the sand to counteract our weather, which is kind of what I anticipated from this thing. We do connect a Will-O-Wisp as well. Oh my god, we hit a move. We hit a move. And now we can just Volt Switch out of here for some chip. We can Volt Switch out of here for some chip. I'll take that. He could have aromatherapy on the Indeedee, so burning this thing is good for us, but, you know, not the best overall. Get as much chip on this thing as we can. That's some big boy damage. And what do we do here? Just gonna go for rocks. He's just gonna go for rocks here because he's burnt. I'll go out into Roserade. I think he's just going to go for rocks. And we can toss off a Leech Seed pretty freely since there's no Thwacky if he does attack us. There's Stealth Rock. Okay. Those are the rocks that I was thinking about. We don't see a item yet, so it could be Smooth Rock. I'm just going to Leech Seed here. I'm going to Leech Seed on probably the Corviknight wanting to come in. Goes out into Griffins, which is the Corviknight. Okay. Might I have a smidgen of accuracy here? Nope, not at all. Cool. Cool. I am going to sack my Scrafty here. I'm going to sack my Scrafty here. Because I do not want to take a Brave Bird. And frankly, I have no luck this game. So we're going to see what happens. Leech Seed miss, Super Fang miss, 10%. At least we got the crit burn on this thing. So that's something. Let's go on ahead and just sack off Scrafty. We'll get the Intimidate. He's got Mirror Armor, actually, so that is good to know. He's got Roost. Okay. So a double Leech Seed would have been a fine play there, but I was confident that he would attack me there. So we're going to go down to Sand. Gigalith. KOs. Scrafty. Sand. And I'm going to go out into Rotom here. And I'm just going to defog. I'm going to defog these rocks away for our 2 ice types. Because I think what I'll do is attempt to go out into... I'll attempt to defog these away and then Volt Switch out into our Alola Ninetales to put up the Veil. Just to kind of give us a little bit more skin in the game. I think that's probably got to be Infiltrator Chandelure. Looking at his team, that's got to be Infiltrator Chandelure. But let's see what he wants to do here. I could just Willow again pretty freely, so I feel like Gigalith is his best switch in right now. Being able to go for the defog to remove the rocks and then Volt Switching out into Alola Ninetales could be beneficial. And then just getting Veil up as a whole could be nice. But let's see what he wants to go for here. Let's see. Now that we don't have Scrafty around, Scarf Chandelure with Flamethrower actually goes nutty, which is really upsetting. We probably need to play around that one pretty nicely and get Beartic in safely. But we will see what exactly he wants to go for here. I don't know if we're having server issues or if he is just taking a long time to think about clicking a resisted move or going out into Gigalith. Super offensive, he goes Mamoswine, because I'm going to take this advantage to get rid of my stealth or get rid of his stealth rocks. And we'll see what happens, perhaps. I think we're having server issues. Let me take a look. Nothing appears to be wrong with the server. Server still looks up. Great connection there. All right, I guess we're gonna cut and we'll be right back. And we're back, and he withdraws and goes out into Dryce, which is the Rotom Wash. Okay. So fine play indeed. We're going to defog these rocks away. And now what I would like to do is probably Volt Switch out if I can win a speed tie. He's probably defensive, isn't he? He's probably defensive. Let's Volt Switch. He's got leftovers. He's probably defensive. Let's Volt Switch. If we win a speed tie, we know he's max speed, and we can note that. We are faster, so I'm going to assume he's a bit more defensive. We actually get some big boy damage off on that. And my opponent's more than likely going to go for a Volt Switch of their own. I'm going to... I don't really have anything because he just Volt Switches out in a Chandelure, doesn't he? I'm going to go out into Alola Ninetales here. I'm going to go out into Alola Ninetales here because that original roll, is that... I can't tell if that's specs or not. It was such a... So, Burn does 6% and we took, what, 6% from Hail? However much that was. So we're already at 88%. Jeez. Jeez Louise. You could have just gotten a really high roll with Flamethrower. Or if he's Modest Scarf. Which either way is going to hurt us. I'm going to see if we have a chance of living. If he's Scarf Chandelure, Jirachi does help it out a little bit better. I think the play would have been... Wow, I guess I just didn't really realize that Chandelure would have messed up our team this much. And yeah, now that Scrafty's gone. Yeah, that Chandelure is going to be a little bit of a problem. Let's try to set the Hail up and let's try to bring Beartick in to do some things. There's the Volt Switch. I feel like Chandelure comes in. I feel like that's the honest to goodness expectation, unless he goes out in a Corviknight. Let's see, though. Let's see. Gigalith could just simply counteract our Sand, or our Hail, which is not the end of the world. It just means we need to play around it a little bit. It's Burns. He could just go for Rocks again. Let me try to calc that scenario. Chandelure's like 100% the play in my opinion. 100% the play in my opinion. Yeah, even if I go +2, like if I nasty plot on his Stealth Rock, Blizzard does 34 to 41 if I hit it. So, oh well. That's gonna be it. I really can't tell if we're just having server issues or what here. We will wait and see. We will wait and see. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a fantastic day. He's going to go out into... Yep, see ya. Oh, the Chandelier. I want to swing from the Chandelier. Would have been nice if Hail was still up, but we're not going to get buffeted by our own Hail. This is going to suck. What do I do? What do I do? We can find out if he's Scarf. Infiltrator goes through subs, which means we're just really in a bad spot here with this thing. I am just gonna try to get Veil up. We'll find out right now if he's Scarf or Specs. Oh, he was Specs. Okay. I have no fire type on my team, so I would assume he's Infiltrator as opposed to Flash Fire. Here's the Flamethrower. And that knocks out Sub-Zero. Okay, so we are going to go down here. Chandelure. KOs. Ninetales. I'm going to go out in a Beartick and try to do some stuff now. We are faster than this thing. His immediate play, I feel like, is to go hard out into Gigalith to reset the Hail. And I don't think... God, I really have nothing for Spec Chandelure, do I? That's unfortunate. Yeah, that is unfortunate. We're going to outspeed it with Jirachi so we can get like some flinch hacks on it. But yeah, we're not in a good position with that. And Rotom will outspeed it as well, so like we can try to do like air slash fun stuff. But I think my play here is to just I'm just gonna click liquidation. I don't think he stays in, but I'm just gonna click liquidation. I've got my turns of Veil up. He withdraws. Great play. And I'm assuming goes out into, yep, Bloodline the Gigalith. Okay, so we should probably do some major damage to this thing. Oh, Aqua Jet on this thing would have been fantastic. Like, Aqua Jet Beartic would have been great for this Chandelure. We will get a big liquidation off into this thing. It does not go down, but we are going to be able to take it out with the next turn. We're going to take a little bit of sand, unfortunately. He's going to take some burn damage here. And then I am just going to go for the liquidation one more time. We should be able to knock out the Gigalith. Then he brings back in Chandelure. All right, Beartic. All right, so it's not a 6-0. That's great. That's great. Beartic's doing something. Beartic KOs Gigalith with liquidation. We're going to take a little bit of life orb damage. Boy, I really wish I had Aqua Jet on right now. I really, really wish we had Aqua Jet on right now. Oh. Here comes the Chandelure. Here comes the Shandy. Do. I don't really have Hail anymore. So I think Beartic really does just not do much right here. I'm going to go for liquidation. Here's a flamethrower. Chandelure is going to knock me out. Chandelure KOs Bear. He's going to take a little bit of sand damage. So what is our play here? Roserade's faster. Roserade's faster and can bop with Shadow Ball. Rotom is faster and can get a big Air Slash off. Air Slash does 44 to 53. We can try it. We can try it. 44 to 53. We can get a hacks. We can get a flinch, right? We can get a flinch. I'll go for Air Slash here. It's got to be Scarf Mammo in the back then. I have to assume that's Scarf Mammo. So we still have both of our berries intact with both of our Pokemon, so we can hopefully pull off some stuff. But we'll see. We will see. I'm going to try to get the 30% roll here. You can get a 10% burn and X, Y, and Z. Goes out into Dryce, which is the Rotom Wash. So we should be able to Air Slash into Volt Switch, maybe? We are going to take Sand first, so I know I'm faster. I could Will-O-Wisp here. I certainly could Will-O-Wisp here. But I think the play is to Volt Switch and go out into Jirachi. Let's try it. Let's try it. No crit. Okay. Let's Volt Switch and let's go back out into Jirachi here. We could go out into Roserade. No, let's go out into Jirachi here. Let's do Jirachi. Let's see if we can make something happen. We can try to get rocks up. There's a Volt Switch. We should be able to eat that pretty nicely. Yup. And Mamoswine could come in. Chandelure could come in. Corviknight can come in. Indeedee can do Indeedee things to me. Goes back out into Sia, which is the Chandelure. Okay, that's fine. Can I just Iron Head flinch you a million times, please? Is that something I can do? Can I, in fact, do that? Let's try. Let's try together. I need probably a million. million. 60% chance, though. Better than a 10% roll. I'm salty. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be. I should be setting a better example. One flinch down. Let's go for another one. Ah, no, I only get one. Okay. Okay. And that is going to blow back my Jirachi. Chandelure. KOs. Jirachi. And I have no more Veil. Okay, so how can I do this? I have a Rotom here. I think I need to go Rotom and probably Volt Switch into Roserade. I think that's the play here. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch into Roserade. If he stays in, if he moves around, I think Roserade's going to be my best bet to just provide overall best damage output. He withdraws and goes out into the Dryce, which is the Rotom Wash. So we're going to be able to knock out Rotom with the Volt Switch. Rotom on Rotom action. We are faster than the Chandelure. We are indeed faster than the Chandelure. I don't know if we can pull this off. I don't. It could be, I don't even know what Indeedee would do. I don't even know what Indeedee would do. Mamoswine doesn't even have to hit the field. That's what makes me most mad. Mamoswine doesn't even need to hit the field in order for him to win right now. All right. Goes out into Sea, which is okay. I do have Shadow Ball here for you. Let's go for that. And we're going to be able to knock out the Chandelure. All right. Rose KO's Shandy. So 3-0. We're three behind. It's 2v3 right now. If it's Scarf, Mamoswine, we still have our Yachi Berry intact to do stuff. I don't know what we do about Indeedee. Here comes Manny the Mamoswine. Okay, so this is where some cool shenanigans comes in, and I hopefully eat this and KO with Magical Leaf. Let's see. Probably Scarf Mamoswine. Can I... One thing I put into motion, go right. There's the Icicle Crash. My Yachi Berry goes off. I need to dodge. I need to not get flinched. And I am able to turn around and Magical Leaf this thing. So we are going to knock out the Mamoswine. Rose KOs Mamo. All right. So it is down to 2-0, which is, if you would have told me at the beginning of this match that you will bring it down to a 2-2 situation, I would have laughed in your face. 100% would have laughed in your face. So at least our Yachi Berry tech came into play there and we were able to take out the Mamoswine. We still have a Corviknight and an Indeedee to deal with. One of my Pokemon has somewhat reliable recovery with Leech Seed, but I think my opponent just goes out into Corviknight now and does Corviknight things. I forget if we left it on much health. Here's Griffin's. Full health. Okay. Full health. That's what I wanted to see there. So Brave Bird is my opponent's play of choice here. I can certainly go out into Rotom here and see if we can do some Volt Switching shenanigans and see if we can Leech Seed around or do something. I don't know, but I don't think we can win this unless my opponent absolutely gargles. But, you know, weirder things have happened. Weirder things have happened. There is that. I am just going to... Do I Willow here? Do I Willow here? I think I Volt Switch. He stays in. Okay, yeah. So Brave Bird is gonna knock out Roserade here, which is fine. We could get super Haxy and just Air Slash to win. But Brave Bird should knock out Roserade here if that's what my opponent goes for. And if he goes for Roost, that was the safer of the two plays to preserve differential. There's the Roost. Okay. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. I will try to get a Leech Seed off to help out my own Rotom. and we'll see what we can manage to make happen here. We can bring this down as close as we need to preserve our differential for playoffs, which I'm okay with, but I'll try to get things some going. Corviknight goes for Brave Bird. Corv KOs Rose. That is fine. I think we took a Brave Bird. I feel like we can take a burnt Brave Bird from this thing. There's the recoil damage that it takes. Let's go out into Rotom here and click Will-O-Wisp and try to make some stuff happen. Rotom, I am your biggest fan. I need you to be mine right now, sir. I need you to be mine right now, sir. Please, please, please. So we're going to connect the Will-O-Wisp here. I feel like we should take a Brave Bird. I feel like we should be able to take a burnt Brave Bird from here and get that sweet, juicy Leech Seed recovery. But let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We take that. He's going to get a little bit of chip. We get some delicious Leech Seed, which is going to help us take on the Indeedee somehow. Oh, look at that. We're looking nice. We are looking nice. I think my best bets. Air Slash does more, so I'm just gonna go for Air Slash here because I assume he's gonna switch out and go to Indeedee. Oh, he stays in actually. So can I get a flinch here for some juicy recovery? Oh, I do get a flinch. Okay, so let's see what we can make happen with the... he's in range of Volt Switch here. I want to put myself in as good of a position to take on that Indeedee if at all humanly possible. So I think I'm going to go for Volt Switch here to knock it out. And then I'm going to try to get every Air Slash flinch I can against the Indeedee. And that'll be how we win the game. We'll see what we can make happen. We'll see. If I can bring it down to a 1-0, that's fine. We did what we needed to do and brought Rotom back up to full. He withdraws. So that is fine by me. Goes out into Vanessa, which is the Indeedee, of course. And we do see the Psychic Surge as well. And we're gonna get an idea for how much damage this thing can do right here with this Volt Switch. You know, that's like 2 flinches. That's like 2 flinches. If a base 70 move was doing that, that's like 2. 1, give me 1. Oh! Do I Air Slash here? I think Volt Switch did enough last time. Oh my god, I think Volt Switch did enough last time. I'm gonna Air Slash right here. I'm gonna Air Slash. Oh my god, I think we won this. Oh my god, Rotom KOs Indeedee. This was, without a doubt, the haxiest game I have ever played. This was, without a doubt, the haxiest game I have ever played. Oh my god. Rotom KOs Corviknight here with Volt Switch. Rotom KOs Corviknight here with Volt Switch. Oh my god, I cannot believe we won that. Unless there's something I'm not thinking about, other than this being like the most second-handed game I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Beginning of the match. Hey Chase, you're gonna win this game 1-0 and it's gonna be the haxiest game ever. Oh my god. GG's to my man, Zombie Captain. Guys, go check out his side of the battle. I'm sure we were both absolutely pissed off the entire match. This was the haxiest game and we pulled it back. Oh my god, guys, go show him some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, show some love on that like button down below. And of course, if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more so you don't miss out. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.